Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to study income from salaries, section 15 to section 17. What is salary? Fixed monthly remuneration received by employee from employer is salary. Requisite: there should be employer-employee relationship. Income must be received for service rendered in ordinary course of employment. Fees charged for particular services with respect to profession or position should not be included in this income. Employee must be appointed by employer. It includes all monetary benefit received by employee in lieu of employment. Example: bonus, pension, gratuity, commission, provident fund, etc. When it is taxable on due basis, on receipt basis, on arrears, on advance, and when it is deemed to be accrued or arise in India. Allowances: taxable allowances, dearness allowance, महंगाई भत्ता, fixed medical allowance, tiffin allowance, servant allowance, deputation allowance. It is given to the employee who is shifted from permanent place of service. Overtime allowance, family allowance, marriage allowance, city compensatory allowance, project allowance, gas, water, electricity allowance. All these allowances are taxable. Partly taxable allowances: house rent allowance. Exemption: actual amount received 50% of salary if it is in metropolitan city, 40% of salary in other city, rent minus 10% of salary, whichever is lower will be exempted. Basic salary includes DA plus commission. DA should be part of retirement benefit. Uniform allowance: actual amount received or actual amount spent, whichever is lower will be exempted. Transport allowance: rupees 3200 for physically handicapped people, rupees 1600 for general people. Daily allowance: expenditure incurred for official purpose will be exempted. Assistant allowance: expenditure incurred for official purpose will be exempted. Research allowance: expenditure incurred for official purpose will be exempted. Traveling allowance: expenditure incurred for official purpose will be exempted. Tribal area allowance: rupees 200 per month. Underground allowance: rupees 800 per month. Counter-insurgency allowance: rupees 3900 per month. It is given to the border area army. High altitude allowance: rupees 1060 for 9 to 15,000 feet, rupees 1600 for above 15,000 feet. Perquisites: tax-free perquisites, medical facilities provided or paid by employer only if gross total income of employee is not exceeding rupees 2 lakh. Medical premium paid by employer on life insurance of employee. Refreshment provided during office hours and in office premises. Subsidized lunch or dinner. Recreational facilities. All above are tax-free perquisites. Partly taxable perquisites: rent-free accommodation provided to private employee is exempted up to actual rent or lease paid by employer, or 15% of salary if population is more than 25 lakh, 10% of salary if population is between 10 to 25 lakh, 7.5% of salary for else, whichever is lower will be exempted, plus 10% of cost of furnished provided if furnished house is provided, less if any rent recovered from employee. Hotel accommodation for more than 15 days is taxable to private employee. Exemption for them is 22% of salary or actual higher charges paid, whichever is lower. Interest-free or concessional loan exceeding rupees 20,000 is taxable to all employee. Exemption: interest rate of SEBI on first date of relevant previous year. Use of movable assets for household by employee is taxable to all employee. 10% cost of asset or actual hire charges. Transfer of movable asset taxable to all employee. Exemption: actual cost minus depreciation minus amount recovered is equal to taxable value. Now depreciation percentage for electronic item is 50% under written down value method, motor car 20% under written down value method, for other asset 10% under straight line method. This slide is in continuation with preceding slide. Tax-free perquisites: training facilities, telephone, computer or laptop facilities, gift in kind less than rupees 5,000, one-time corporate membership paid by employer. All this is tax-free perquisites, partly taxable perquisites, provision of free or concessional educational facilities, taxable to all employee, exempted up to rupees 1,000, sweat equity, taxable to all employee, exempted up to average of opening and closing price of share on recognized stock exchange, car owned or hired by employer plus expense met by employer used for partly official purpose, exempted up to rupees 1800 per month up to 1.6 liter for small car, rupees 2400 per month above 1.6 liter for big car, plus rupees 900 of chauffeur if any provided. The most awaiting slide, retirement benefits, gratuity, section 10, subsection 10, fully exempted for government employee, partly exempted for non-government employee. There are two categories. First, employee who registered under FOGA Act. FOGA Act is Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. Exemption for them is actual amount received or rupees 20 lakh or 15 upon 26 into last John's salary into number of years completed, whichever is lower will be exempted. For employee who is not registered under FOGA Act, actual amount received or rupees 20 lakh or half of the average salary of last 10 months into numbers of years completed, whichever is lower will be exempted. Leave encashment, section 10, subsection 10 AA, fully exempted for government employee. For non-government employee, actual amount received or rupees 3 lakh or total salary of last 10 months or average salary of last 10 months into balance leave credit, whichever is lower will be exempted. Pension, section 10, subsection 10A, fully exempted for government employee. For non-government employee, the employee who receives pension and gratuity, the exemption for them is actual amount received or one third of balance in pension account, whichever is lower will be exempted. Retrenchment compensation, section 10, subsection 10B, actual amount received or rupees 5 lakh, which is lifetime limit, whichever is lower. Voluntary retirement compensation, section 10, subsection 10C, actual amount received or rupees 5 lakh, which is one time limit, whichever is lower will be exempted. Leave travel concession, section 10, subsection 5. Leave travel concession is given on 2 times journey in a block of 4 calendar year within India with shortest route. Actual amount received or actual amount spent on ticket fare, whichever is lower. Provident Fund, section 10, subsection 11 and 12. There are 4 types of provident fund: statutory provident fund, recognized provident fund, unrecognized provident fund, professional provident fund. Employee contribution is exempted in all the types of fund. Employer contribution in recognized provident fund is limited up to 12%, and in rest it is exempted. Interest on recognized provident fund is 9.5%, and in rest it is exempted. Withdrawal is exempted in all the fund except in unrecognized provident fund. Pro forma for computation of income under head of salary. Solutions start with basic salary, then DA, then all the allowances and perquisite given with salary, their exemption, then retirement benefits, their exemption, and then finally comes gross total. Then comes deduction. First is standard deduction, which changes with every financial year, and then is second is entertainment allowance, which is only for government employee. Exemption for that is 1/5 of salary or rupees 5,000 or actual receipt, whichever is lower. Third is professional tax, and final amount is called net taxable salary. Now let's have a look on one practice problem. Mr. G is an employee of ABC Limited, Bangalore. Things to be remembered. First, he is a private employee. Second, he is not from metropolitan city. His particulars of income are as follows. Basic salary rupees 13,500 per month. DA 35% of basic. 60% of it forms part of salary for retirement benefits. HRA rupees 4,000 per month. Actual rent paid by him rupees 5,000 per month. City compensatory allowance rupees 175 per month. Lunch allowance rupees 500 per month. Actual spent by him rupees 1000 per month. Children education allowance rupees 50 per month per child for 3 children. Hostel expenditure allowance rupees 400 per month per child for 3 children. Special allowance rupees 150 per month. Helper allowance rupees 300 per month. Actual spent by him rupees 200 per month. Bonus rupees 25,000, leave encashment rupees 13,500, advance salary rupees 14,000. Entertainment allowance rupees 250 per month, actual spent by him rupees 200 per month. Since he is a private employee, therefore he will not be getting any deduction under section 16. Mr. G has also been provided with free use of small car for both official and personal use. Things here to be remembered that car is small. Second, car is provided by employer. Third, we will be assuming that expenses are met by employer too. During the year, he has been reimbursed with the rupees 17,500 towards medical expense incurred in a private clinic. Now, reimbursement for medical expense incurred in a private clinic, exemption is rupees 15,000 or actual amount received, whichever is lower. If it would be have government hospital, then complete exemption would be given. He contributes 14% of salary toward RPF, to which the company also makes a matching contribution. Your employer makes contribution of 14% of salary in RPF, which is 2% extra. Therefore, 2% will be taxable. Interest credited to RPF account during the previous year at 12% amount to rupees 12,000. Now, interest is beyond the limit, that is 2.5%. Therefore, 2.5% will also be taxable. He has been paid rupees 200 per month as professional tax. Compute Mr. G's taxable salary income. Let's see the solution. Solution always starts with basic salary, then DA, then HRA. Exemption for HRA in this sum. Actual amount received 40% of salary, rent minus 10% of salary. Whichever is lower will be exempted. Salary includes basic plus DA plus commission. DA should be part of retirement benefit. CT compensatory allowance, lunch allowance. This both allowance are taxable. Children education allowance exempted up to rupees 100 per month for max 2 children. But in this case, actual allowance is rupees 50. So whichever is lower will be taken. Hostel expenditure allowance exempted up to rupees 300 per month, but actual allowance is given 400, so whichever is lower will be exempted. Special allowance, it is also taxable allowance. Helper allowance exempted up to actual expenditure incurred for official purpose. Bonus, leave encashment shown in working note number 2. Leave encashment taken during continuation of service will be completely taxable. Advance salary, entertainment allowance, motor car facility shown in working note number 3. Reimbursement of medical expense shown in working note number 4. Employer contribution to RPF, interest credited to RPF, gross salary income. Deduction under section 16. First is standard deduction for 2020 to 21, it was rupees 50,000, but it could be changed for every financial year. Second is entertainment allowance, which he couldn't get because he was private employee. Third is professional tax. And last, the final amount we get is the taxable salary income. Here is the working note. You can have a glance at it. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment and share my channel Extracts 52.